No introduction. We're not even doing a test video this time. We're just getting into it.
I mean, this is technically an introduction.
Is that going to be the title? No introduction.
Yeah, no introduction.
Yeah, no introduction. This really feels like an introduction now.
Yeah, fucking Kevin, you ruined it. God damn it.
Well, okay, let's just redo it. No, I'm just kidding. Then it wouldn't be authentic.
Yeah, you messed it up. Look what you did.
Balcom.
You can die every time I hear that.
I know nothing. I barely know anything about these guys. They're already memes bagging for me.
Just judging people based on their names.
He knows like not who we are, but like about our town. Like we're big on music and shit, which is weird. You know what Wellsville is?
No.
The fuck is that?
Wellsville? Yeah.
That sounds like some freaking pharmaceutical thing. Like,
Yeah.
Welcome to Wellsville, where you could get medical marijuana for free, basically, because we don't really check if you have a legitimate issue, and we'll just give you it anyways.
Pretty
insurance
much.
money.
Pretty much. And he's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm from Fredonia. It's like 45 minutes out from Buffalo, or 50 minutes or whatever. And he's like, oh, is that the town with the college that my music teacher won't shut up about? I'm like, how do you know?
Dude,
this?
Fredonia actually has a great music program. Like,
Yeah.
nothing else but great music.
Yeah.
Like that, like basically all my mom's good students are music majors. Cause she like tiered them for me. Like up top you got music majors, then below that you got like business majors, and then below that you got like honors, then below that you got like education people.
Below that is honors. Below business is like.
There's like a business and there's like a general honors and like biology type, or I guess biology instead of honors. That's what I meant. And below that you got like the childhood education one, so it's like the wannabe elementary students. And then you got like the silly majors that like the fake sciences. And then on the very bottom you got criminal justice, so like the wannabe cops at the very bottom there.
I know a lot of kids going to Fredonia who are going for criminal justice.
And
Exactly.
And so many of them have broken the law of some sort and are not fit.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
I know, dude. Honestly, like a lot of the kids that I know that go into criminal justice, I don't know why they do it.
Yeah.
Because they seem like the kind to like drink underage or drive 20 over the speed limit.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the thing, at least in this area, like I know multiple instances like where I guess cops have let stuff more or less slide and like sort of an internal nepotism. And I mean that's partially what like the defund the police thing is, because a lot of police officers are more than the less above the law.
Yeah, and they're not even like that acquainted with the law.
Yeah, especially if they go to Fredonia for criminal justice.
Freaking, I'm going to Fredonia for what? Criminal justice.
Plus, I would say another thing that's bad against it is like last year, how many people dropped out in the first like couple of months?
Oh yeah.
Like you got a good 10 people dropping out just from your class alone.
Oh yeah, probably more than that.
Like
But-
my mom's classes took like a 1/3 out.
Was there any that dropped out like early that you were surprised by?
Yeah. I'm gonna use his name. Fuck it. You know Quinn Hickey?
Yeah.
He dropped out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where did he go? Fredonia?
Yeah. Dropped out after the first semester. I don't know why, but
Hey, I would say dropping out the first semester and like just using some of your savings to cover that is still better than going for 4 years and getting a useless degree you're never gonna use and then being like saddled with a lifelong debt.
exactly.
Honestly, that's why, like, personally, I was a big fan of Andrew Yang, is because, like, his platform on college, like, all the other Democrats are like, free college this, free college that, like, Bernie, and then Elizabeth Warren, and then, I think a few of them, but I'm not too sure on that. But what he said is, like, yo, we shouldn't do free college, because most people don't need college. Like, we are having vital shortages and all the trade stuff, like plumbers, electricians, and construction workers.
Yeah.
And then, like, he's like, yo, we should be funding trade schools, not colleges. And also, his thing, instead of making, like, free college from the government and having the government forgive student loans, he's like, all right, we're gonna basically, I guess, use our federal aid and give it to the colleges who cut down their administration, because, like, college has gone up, like, twice as much in the past 20 years, just because they got a bunch of stupid, useless administrators.
Dude, you freaking right.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny, like, my grandpa had a term for it. It's like, I don't know, it was like some acronym that stood for, like, another fucking useless administrator. Because he was, like, in the 70s, right, when they started that shit. When college was actually, like, more or less affordable. Yeah, I think so.
Afwa?
Afwa? Yeah. That sounds familiar for it.
Nah, but yo, I honestly think, well, it is a lot of the college's fault, but I also think it's like the high school guidance counselor's fault. Because they tell kids to go to college when they're obviously not suited for it.
Yeah.
And I think, Matt, you're the perfect example, no offense, of a kid who should be going to community college.
No, dude, you're not. No offense. It's no offense taken.
Yeah, plus
honestly.
the major that you're going for,
You don't have to go to.
Yeah, you don't need to go to
kids
Harvard
school
to
for
get
that.
that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like it gets to a certain point where it's just you're learning like the techniques behind it, and it's not like you don't need to know the exact sciences behind it. Like a Harvard degree in that wouldn't get you much over a community college degree in that.
True.
I mean, it's
unless
just
you want to go to like train Khabib or something like that.
And I mean,
Khabib.
and I guess more what the colleges have is like the only really advantage they have over community college is like connections.
Yeah.
And even then, community colleges are definitely underrated in that part.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying less and you're still getting your education for whatever it is you want to do. It's just I hate using this word for it, but it's just the status or the clout of going, sometimes.
No,
like going
yeah.
to like a bigger
There's a
town.
stigma around
It's like
JCC.
Apple and Android, basically.
Yeah.
Like there's a stigma of like, oh, you can't afford Apple, so you're going with Android.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then there's the opposite side where it's saying like, oh, you're too stupid to know how to use technology, so you're just gonna go to Apple where it's dumbed down for you. And then if it works, all you could do is just go up to the Apple store and yell at the guys there.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, not my biggest regret.
Your biggest regret. What is your
Regret.
biggest
My biggest regret.
Tell us about your biggest regret.
$2,000 on a Heisman Trophy winner that never won.
Shit.
Wait, rebet?
Rebet?
Is it like a rebet? Like you bet something and then you
Rebet.
take it away and then you rebet it?
Rebet it. Yeah, what's your biggest rebet?
Yeah, but is it like after it went, so you just went back in time and did it? Or is it like changing your bet at the last moment?
Okay, so wait, you bet it. Oh wait, it could technically be just you bet it and then you bet again. Because it's rebet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just created a term.
Rebet.
Crebet?
Rebet.
And that's just making up gibberish.
Let's make up words.
No creepets,
Yeah.
bro.
Just have an episode of made up words we made in which make like a Bible and enter it into freaking like Urban Dictionary or something.
I want to make bedrick a real word because my cousin Jack used to he made his own language. He's like, all right, goo goo gaga means crybaby little bitch. Then he's like, ga means shit. And he's like, bedrick. We're like 5 years. He's like 5. I'm like 4. He's like, no, he's like 7. I'm like 6. He's like, bedrick means bullshit. It was like goo goo. It was like goo goo means, I don't know, bitch or something like that. Like,
I feel like every kid has made a language just to cover up the swear words in front of their parents.
it was all swear words. So you'd get like, look at all this ga. Look at all this ga. I was like, and I'm over here like, you really got in there. But dude, bedrick's got. I don't know if it. It could mean bullshit, but I feel like there's a better word. Like, this is some bedrick. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
for bullshit. Yeah.
Well, it has a ring to it, like, oh, fucking Bedrick.
Bedrick.
It also sounds like some dog name. Bedrick, over here.
Bedrick. Yeah.
Yo, I might use that for my dog.
For my dog.
See,
and
I feel like dogs are the way where you exercise your like creative potential. Like instead of your children, like children that are named like really stupid stuff because their parents want to be so creative. Like that's basically child abuse.
It is.
It's basically
You can name your dog Starship. But
Yeah.
imagine naming your kid that.
exactly.
We have a
Hey, yo, what's up, Starship?
Starship Redfield.
Like really, just like experiment with it.
Yeah, one of my earlier dogs, his name was Captain.
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 I thought that was sick.
Yeah,
For a dog.
that's a cool name for a dog. Like that has a ring to it.
Yeah.
And then you could plus maybe you could like test him out.
No, that's one thing. You cannot name a dog Pablo.
Can't name him Pablo.
I don't think Pablo's a good dog name.
It has to be really retarded.
I mean,
Hey Hector, what's going on, Pablo?
I'm not a dog named Pablo. They're my parents' friends that live in State College.
Oh.
The dog kind of was like that. He was like a black Labradoodle, I think, or something.
Yo, black dogs are supposed to be one of the smartest.
Huh.
I don't know. Like, apparently.
Wait, so you're saying dogs' fur color has something to do with intelligence? Is that dog racism?
Dogism?
Yes.
Dog fur color?
Dogist?
Dog
Breederist?
I am dogmatic.
You're a dog fur color.
Dogmatic?
I am a dog.
Oh, that's an actual word. I love how we got on this tangent. Like, you're talking about, like, your biggest regret, and then we started talking about dogs.
Talking about rebets, then creebets.
No, I was talking about my bets.
But what's a crebet? What do a
A
crebet?
crebet. I remember crebet.
Crebet?
Creebit?
Crebet.
Crebet?
I feel like that's, like, the name of the game. Like, yo, wanna play Creebit with me?
Crebet?
Yo, that sounds cool.
Yeah, that does sound like a cool like strategy game, like some indie game that like they would sell at the game store, and there would be like I don't know some blue haired guy being like, "Yo, if you don't play Creepit, you're dumb."
Yeah, dude, you're dumb. Yeah, dude.
You don't play Squigglyton?
Squiggleton?
Squiggly?
Bruh.
Dude, honestly, we're coming with a fire board game name, Squiggleton.
Squiggleton. I like Squiggleton.
Dude, honestly, I feel like if we just got all of our thoughts together, we could like teach an AI to like make up these names for us, and it could like I don't know make mad money on that. Sound like 25 cents a name. That's so dumb.
We'd have to teach the program to like not take into account any words that are actually in the dictionary.
Yeah.
So.
Or what if like we use machine learning and we fed it all of our podcasts, and then like through magic of algorithms, it like sorts it out and makes a name based on what the stupid stuff we said.
Honestly, that would be kind of sick.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what like.
Just come up with like a minute long, just little bit that the.
Mark Zuckerberg probably already has some idea with that. Like they're just training robots to act like humans to replace everybody.
I can't jig it.
No, the first of his kind.
I love this one. I'm trying to look for it. It's this dude fed a learning machine all of Donald Trump's speeches, and then it like blurted out something about it was like, we have the best milk in the nation. Nobody else gets our milk. We will block off our milk.
Great.
We will build a wall to block our milk.
Block our milk.
Dude, honestly, and like feeding stuff to AI, like that's a good ass conspiracy theory. Like, what if Mark Zuckerberg is Terminator sent back in time? And he's using Facebook to record people because there's like basically the majority of the Earth is on Facebook. There's like 4 billion users or some shit.
Yeah.
And then like he's using all this data on people to like train robots to be people, and he's just gonna slowly start replacing people, like with real life robots.
That reminds me of something you sent me. It was like, oh, we're building wooden robots to protect our lakes, and it was all about the lakes. Like it just got dumber and dumber. It's we build a wall to protect the lakes. Then it's like we built like I don't know UFOs to. I don't know. It was like remember it was all about just the lakes.
It's like that one Simpsons episode or the Simpsons movie where they had to protect the lake from people throwing stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then like, yo, Cletus, go throw that rat in the lake. He's like, I can't. Seal wall works. It's like concrete barrier.
Yeah, dude, I know what you're talking about though. You're like, he's in the motorcycle and he's like, he keeps going to the top and falling.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he's like, you gotta keep it going. He's like, all right.
That's what's scariest.
Yeah, like.
What a great movie.
That was how I learned about EPA.
Environmental Protection Agency. See that now that's a great like thing of satire because like so many Republicans are out to get it, so it's just like making fun of the people who are making fun of I guess EPA in a way. I don't know, it's probably not that.
No, it's like it's doing both at the same time. It's making fun of the people who are making fun of them, and then making fun of
speaking of stuff like that, have you ever seen the movie Irresistible? It's like, or you guys probably haven't because it's like $20 on Amazon because it just came out. It was Jon Stewart. It was the guy from the Daily Show, right?
Yeah.
He actually made it, and it's like commenting on politics. So it's basically like remember that project we did in APUS government? How it's like simulating a campaign, and it's talking about spending and like lobbying.
Yeah.
It's basically that entire unit in a movie. So it's what's his name from The Office?
John White.
Yeah, John. Michael. Yeah, Michael Scott.
Steve Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell. Yeah, Steve Carell.
Scott.
So he's like the head leader of the Democrats, and he's like basically they got their asses kicked by like the Trump administration. He's like trying to rebound from it. So he sees a viral video of this one veteran Marine that was a colonel on some farm. He's like sticking up for illegal immigrants in this small like I guess town in the middle of America that's like been completely I guess abused or like completely forgotten because it had a military base and it went away. Yeah. So he went there and tries to like help this guy run for like mayor, and they end up spending like millions of dollars on his campaign. It's just making fun of the entire system. Has a good twist in it. But like really the point of it's like, the Democrats are bad because they're so stupid, and then the Republicans are just on the complete side, and like they have this one campaign. Or it's not more that they're ignorant. They have like this one campaign person like named Faith, and she's just like blatantly lying. She's like, "Yeah, I was born here, so this is the homecoming coming back this." And she's like, "What? You weren't even here? That was so genius."
Jeez.
And the whole thing, and the whole like subplot, it was like a demented, abusive love relationship between the two, but they had like a bet saying like, all right, the loser has to eat out the winner's pussy for an hour for whoever's winning bet thing is. And it's just like talking about how like the Democrats and the Republicans like hate each other, but they still feed off of each other in a way.
Dude, it's fucking true.
It's I would say it's the most timely social commentary, and like it
Oh,
digs
probably.
on, like I would say it does more digging on the Democrats, but like the stuff on the Republicans are worse in a way.
Yeah.
But it's still a good movie.
I really don't know anybody who does like local elections. Like I know we have the woman who's the mayor, and then Dunkirk has Mr. Rosas, and then I don't know anybody
Mr.
else.
Mr. Pecos ran for a town position, or his brother did.
No, yeah, I remember his brother did.
Yeah, I think he ran for one too.
Wasn't that a long time ago?
No, I think that was like last one after he retired. This
Uh,
last cycle, yeah.
I don't know. Mr. Pecos I wasn't really close to him, but.
Oh yeah, you really had to have the tech classes to get to know him, and without that, you would never see him.
Yeah. God, I remember we I think it was Quest. I think I talked about that, by the way.
Quest.
Like our experiences.
Quest?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But,
we did.
I remember I think it was on Quest. We kept calling him Roger, and he got so annoyed by it. He made us stop calling him Roger.
Roger
Wow.
Pecos. Damn.
He wasn't there out here, so I'm pretty sure that's your guys' fault.
It was. No, we were
Single-
probably the worst Quest group ever. We made fun of a lot of the like adults and the freaking teens and all that, but still.
At least my group was pretty. No, actually, our group was pretty bad because that one person's like, "We're paying for this. Why do we have to be cooking for ourselves?" And the adult leader overheard it. We got a lecture.
That
Just
was one of our people.
Yeah, it was one of our people. I think it was like one of the more popular kids in our grade, like the ones with like the really rich millionaire parents.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I think
Yeah.
our cook group.
No, that our cook group was great.
Yeah.
Our group, yeah, was definitely one of the best because it was just all four of us, and our boy Timmy was so wholesome.
Tim Skinner, shout out from
Yeah.
Brockton, Tim Skinner.
Dude, that was great.
Wherever you are, man. Peace out.
I actually remember that kid.
Tim Skinner? Yeah, he's got a twin brother too, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's some legendary times there.
Man, and then I remember
That bomb
freaking
cheesecake.
Yeah, dude, it was actually the actual making of it and like what it actually was so shit, but it tasted so good. It was just
Well, everything tastes good in the forest. Like,
Ours literally, we were so bad at making it. It was literally just goop.
yeah, basically that was
Yeah,
our except we
well-
put hot cocoa powder on it to disguise how shit it looked. But it was good, it was delicious.
well, I
but
feel
it was-
like we actually had a crust. Like we put it on there and then put the goop on top of it, and we put some hot cocoa powder on it.
yeah, but key words. I think we might have actually had a crust on that. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's like one of the steps in it.
yeah.
Yeah, one of the first steps to getting a good was it custard? What even was
No,
it?
it's a Jello cheesecake.
Oh, cheese.
It was like an Oreo cheesecake. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Oreo
can't really go
cheesecake.
wrong with that. So you can't really make that taste bad.
Yeah,
And then our group like adapted to eating cocoa powder halfway through for extra nutrients.
bro, you just had the packets and you're like, no.
Yeah, we would just like get it wet and then chew on it like chocolate. It wasn't that bad.
Our one meal was just so ruined because everybody's like, yeah, dude, I make the best pancakes. It was Johnny. He's like, I make the best pancakes. And he's freaking making them. Of course, he burns them, right?
Dude,
And then
I
we're
made
making-
some fire ones.
Yeah, like everybody else did good, and then he burns them. Then I don't know if it was you or who else burned the Jiffy Pop. So that's two items right there we couldn't eat. And then
The
the
Jiffy
handle
Pop was later.
Yeah, the handle was on fire. Like as he was cooking.
What?
Yeah, like let's
Well,
say this is
he
the
got
fire.
some fuel on him because like
What?
it wasn't closed or the thing was like tipping over, so like the fuel was leaking out and he caught on fire with
And
it,
his
or at least his
handle was-
hand.
Oh my god, it was terrible.
Honestly, having like hand sanitizer burning on you or like feel like it's not as bad as you think it would be.
Oh, probably not.
Because like the heat rises, so as long as it's not on there for like 10 seconds, you're good. Like you could put it out within 2 seconds and you'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Good to know, Chris.
What about your what other experiences you have for that? Shitting in the woods, or don't tell me you hold it in. You
I
hold
held
it
it
in.
in.
I didn't even feel it. I didn't eat a lot of cheese, so I didn't do it.
Everybody tells me they haven't shat. BS, dude.
No, I'm
It's
saying I
horrible.
didn't. On my mama.
Do you shit every day?
No.
Dude, what are you eating? How many times do you shit?
I eat like twice a day, and then maybe I'll get like, I drink a lot of Gatorade.
Yeah, I'm like
I
this.
wonder
I'm like the
shit,
same with
bro.
Kevin.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
it's
what
like
do you-
every
what
other
do you
day.
eat, Matt?
I don't even eat that bad. I eat like normal amount. I drink lots of water, and then I gotta shit. I eat lots of fruits. Well, not a lot.
See, me and Kevin are just critically dehydrated,
Yeah,
basically.
we're clear to clear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, yeah.
Yo, shout out to Claritin Clear, sponsor this video. Please sponsor us.
Let's just shout out 10 different companies. Shout out Colgate. Shout out Crest. Shout out
Shout out
Pop-Tarts,
OJ Simpson.
Shout out
OJ Simpson, bro.
Shout out Chris Kardashian. No, let's get the lawyer. Let's get the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Let's get the woman who got murdered. I don't know.
Shout out Uncle
Damn.
Ron, man. Uncle Ron.
Definitely.
Uncle Ron too.
You know Uncle Ron?
Wait. Which one is that?
Instagram, and he's like, that's on God.
Someone creepy old guy. It's like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
Pretty sure Simpson.
That sounds
guys,
like-
don't let them tell you anything is not possible. Like, I'm not allowed within 200 feet of an elementary school, and look at me now, and he's right in front of that.
He'll be like,
I'll say that's peak Ron.
my favorite thing he said, well, I think that, and also best quote ever uttered by a human in existence was, "Oh yeah, she's horny for this 200-mile-an-hour bullet train between my creamer dreamer thighs."
Between my
Creamer dreamer thighs. 200-mile-an-hour bullet train. Who says that?
200 miles an hour. I feel like, because at like 300 miles an hour, a blade of grass could go through like a brick or something. Like, that's what I heard, like, from hurricanes. So, like, does that mean you could get cut by, like, cum?
Yeah.
If it's like that?
If you're
200
on
miles
weight.
an hour? See, I feel like that's like some sideshow or mythbusters saying, like, yo, what would happen if you ejaculated at 200 miles an hour? Well, it turns out it would turn your dick inside out and then kill who's ever right in front of you.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it rip it off though?
Well, I feel like the suction force behind it, like, it would leave a vacuum, so it would, like, turn it inside out or something.
Oh God.
Wait. But aren't you going? Isn't something going out of your dick?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
wouldn't it be?
It's like the muscles squeezing it out.
Yeah. So you're saying the muscles are contracting, and then the
Yeah, well, like,
Oh.
somehow, like, your internal insides are freaking made of iron, and you're a freaking android, and, like, they squeeze out, and then it goes flying out at a velocity of 200 miles an hour.
Newton's second law. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Every
but I'm pretty
reaction
sure,
has a-
like the force behind it, I don't know, probably,
No. Yeah, you're right. Because one thing's going this way, and then the other thing's going that way.
See, we need, like, that what if thing on Snapchat, where it's like, what if you took a bath in venom? What if you came at 200 miles an hour?
Oh my God.
Why are we talking about this, dude?
Jeez.
Dude, that'd be great clickbait.
No,
Yeah.
it wouldn't.
Yeah.
We-
He's right.
I hope like one of my teachers would see that one.
Yeah.
They're looking at the titles. 4th of Santa, whatever.
What if you
On-
came at 200 miles an hour?
So what if you jizz in your shorts? It's just gonna go right through.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I feel like at that speed it would just rip your shorts off.
Or
Yeah.
if somebody's like giving you head, and you're just like, boom! You just explode.
Oh,
right
dude,
through her head.
they would definitely die.
Yeah,
Dude, oh my God, it'd be like, and
Yeah,
she'd be
cause
like,
you,
dude,
like,
I came so hard.
cause you could, like, sneeze at, like, 70 miles an hour, and I bet somebody's gotten, like, whiplash from that or some shit.
No, yeah.
I'm probably incorrect about this.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, you can sneeze so hard that your eyes like fall out of your socket.
Okay,
Yeah. So
and,
that
like,
can happen.
yeah, that's probably, like, I don't know, 80 miles an hour max is probably the fastest. And if that's what happened, like, so it would definitely be a lot worse with that.
Yeah. Almost triple that.
Y'all sneeze at the sun?
What?
Like when you look at the sun, or a light source, do you sneeze?
Not really.
I mean, I think I might have had before.
Nobody I've ever talked to like. No, I do it regularly. Like if I
Oh,
see the sun,
not
I'm sneezing.
regularly. Like, I've remembered, like, I've stared at it and that's happened. Oh, that's weird.
I feel weird now.
It's
Nobody-
okay. I did that once or
I
twice.
feel weird and uncomfortable with myself.
Well, that's what you get for being different, alright?
Yeah,
You shouldn't have been
piece of
different.
shit.
How this turn on me? It wasn't even about me.
Well, it's
Man,
now.
I feel so different. Fuck you, Matt.
Yeah,
Hell,
yeah,
man.
fuck you. I was just eating my cupcake. Fuck you, fuck you.
I was just eating my cupcake, dude.
See, for a second I thought you said cum cake. I'm like, yo,
God,
what are you
no.
doing, man?
No, we're not getting that.
Yeah,
cum.
no, okay, no,
No
no.
more cum, dude. Matt, what are you doing?
Bruh, I'm freaking dabbing
Dabbing?
Oh, you're dabbing on
Dabbing on the haters?
on the haters, bruh.
Yeah, the people who are hating and watching 20 minutes in.
It's just man-made dressing. You can't stop me.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't
Stop it, Matt. I've agreed to move past it.
Yeah.
Oh, we've spent way too much time on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. Yo, I'm terribly sorry, audience.
Yeah,
We're not. We're really not.
All right,
Yeah,
so
no,
if
Keep
we want,
watching, sponsors, give us money.
yo, so okay, I got a topic to completely change it. So like,
Please.
I saw this TED talk because I was like, painting like my porch, and it's super
We
boring.
painted
Hot
with our own. No, I'm not even gonna say. It.
Stop
Once
it.
every 5 minutes, we have to make a reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
A good ass reference.
Yeah.
I mean, we're men. We just gotta be honest about it.
Yeah.
So like, I saw this thing where it's like the moral roots of like conservatives and liberals, and it turns out like the reason why conservatives tend to lean one way and the other is like liberals are higher, well, like on the morality for generosity and like fairness. Yet Republicans like have those two, like they're both high, but the Republicans also value like authority, tradition, and like purity. So that's like not sinning, following your rules, and then I guess, and then like doing stuff as they're always meant to be done, or like following directions in a way.
So yeah, traditionalism.
Yeah. And where would you say you guys go as far as like traditionalism and like purity in a way?
I'll be totally honest, man. A lot of those are really I wouldn't say they're low on my scale. I just
You
don't
just
really
don't
care
care.
about it.
Yeah.
I just care about like I am conservative in the fact that I think that like government should be scaled down, and I think that we shouldn't be taxed as much, because one of my big things is I feel that however much I work and however much I make should be mine. Like I earned that in
Yeah.
a sense, so I should be getting my keep.
Even though like I'd say the moderate conservatives like under the Trump era have kind of like abandoned that because like
They have.
Trump didn't really reduce the spending of the thing. He's like, all right, we're gonna cut these programs. They're just gonna give the military $100 billion more dollars than they need.
Yeah, I mean, so that's probably one of my big things in terms of like social shit. I just let the gays get married. Let the
Yeah, it's
people
just
be people.
it's just staunch indifference in a way.
Yeah.
Like I cannot care, and honestly, like I would say that that's like a good thing because I would say the fine line between like transgender issues and stuff is like as long as you don't force anybody to do other stuff.
Yeah.
Like I get people being like annoyed, like oh I have to call you this pronoun, but also it's not that hard. Like as long as they give you a note of like you shouldn't be punished for mispronouncing somebody. Like
That's why I hate Instagram nowadays.
yeah,
Like I get the Black Lives Matter movement it's going strong, and God bless those people.
yeah, they have a valid
I'm
point.
on their side. I don't need to go down my Instagram story feed and just see once every other thing some random quote from some other person.
Yeah, that's why I've told like some of my younger cousins and who have, like I've mentioned, like I've heard them talk about it with just when I've been able to see them, whatever, hanging out or just anybody, and something like my parents have told me about it. They're like, listen, like don't let anybody pressure you into speaking out about it. Like I mean, yeah, obviously we don't want this to be the case, but if you're not posting about it, like nobody should rip on you for that. You know what I mean? It's your choice to actually publicly speak about it. Like,
Yeah, and really, like the point where what they should do is in saying like, well, like they should rip on people for not taking action. Like, if there's a petition and somebody gives it to you and say, "Oh, I'm not signing this," and
Yeah,
like
there's
say
no
it's a
reason not to,
petition,
Yeah.
then like they should rip on you. Or if you're like just minding your own business, and and also like I feel like some people should have the right to rip on you almost if you're like talking bad about it, saying like, "Oh, black people are shot more because they commit more crimes," like people like that. It's just like, so what? Like that doesn't really excuse shooting unarmed civilians.
Yeah.
And then and kind of go back to the whole like people talking about it so much or whatever. What's your opinion on the like the people that say if you're not speaking, you're the problem?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. People go, "Oh, you're a part of the problem, or you're the problem, or you're racist, or whatever." If you're not posting about it or putting up signs and walking around and doing shit like that, it's like,
I would say I get to have a point in trying to raise support for it because it's a good cause. What they're trying to do is grow support to keep the momentum going, because without it, but also they're going about it all wrong. Like, they shouldn't be saying, because you did not constantly post on your story. Like, I get not saying an entire thing and like completely ignoring it or doing the opposite is bad. Well, like, I kind of get that. But like, you should not be condemning person and like calling their morality into question for not constantly enthusiastically yelling at the top of their lungs for your thing.
Yeah.
And like, I personally, I feel like they should go to a way saying, yo, if you care about this and this, like, they shouldn't condemn you, but they should like try
Encourage you.
Yeah, encourage more. Saying, yo, this is some great momentum. Keep it up. Repost this for it. Like, it shouldn't be like an ultimatum. It's like, okay, this, like, have you ever seen the things on Snapchat where it's like some 14-year-old, or no, it's just not even middle school. It's just dumb white girls or like immature. It's basically only girls or stupid guys, but they're like, repost if you hate Trump. Repost if you're against rape. And it's like, oh, I see who doesn't repost, so if you don't repost, you're seriously fucked up. It's like, come on. Like, you can't
talk to my friends.
Yeah.
That's honestly like 3/4 of why I use that shit. So
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what it is. It's like, not everybody could text to each other because some of the carriers are weird, and that does his data. But like, it's just an easier way because everybody else has it.
Yeah.
There's people in the background.
It's just like, I get like what you're saying. Yeah, it's definitely like, I can see how you would think to an extent, like, yeah, you know, I mean, like, just people saying, oh, you're a part of the problem. Like, I can see that too. It's just like, I don't know. Then it gets in my head. I'm like, oh, am I part of the problem? Like, I get up every day, I do my own thing. I never speak about it unless it's like with you guys right now.
Yeah.
So like, does that make me a part of the problem? But at the end of the day, we're still good people. We still treat people that we come across with kindness and
I would
respect.
say it's still like doing stuff within your means. Like, if you can do something, you're inclined to do it.
You gotta
but
sign the petitions.
if you don't,
the online ones.
Yeah, the ones I shared for like change.org, which.
But I've got like I've got classes for school, the podcast, and work. So
some
I'm
people
not
just
gonna
got
go
shit
out.
to do. Yeah.
See, and it goes back to like the Holocaust thing. Like, what really, or I guess I feel like the silence is violent. Well, no, the silence and violence thing came back to like speakers that are talking about like Holocaust survivors in a way where like, oh, the Allies did not do shit about this. Nobody stood up for the Jews, and that's why it happened.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I would say the Allies are at fault with it, because they could have liberated the camps, but they did a more safer option, and like, they still let like thousands of people die in the process for not really caring. So like, at that point, they're at fault. But like, some Mongolian farmer that has not done anything about it, but he never even knew about it, and there's nothing he could do about it, is not a violent murderer just because he didn't speak up because he had no means to.
Yeah.
Dude, back to Mongolia.
Yo, speaking of Mongolia, have you seen the thing with the bubonic plague there?
What?
It's like in the Chinese meat factory that like spread to it.
Is Mongolia gonna die?
Well, like,
No.
They live in like, I'd say like a lot of it's like herders living out on the plains.
Yeah.
They've only like see each other like once a month.
Yeah.
And I would say they would die between that. So they're not all gonna die because they don't see each other. Because they're like they're just a super extremely rural country, so they're like built for pandemics.
Dude, I mean, how are you not sweating right now? It's like, when I mean, I don't mean like just in here because it's warm, but I mean like in general, because it's like, okay, all this shit's happened. Like, nothing bad has happened yet this year. Something bad. Godzilla's got to fucking come out of the freaking Lake Erie, dude. Something's got to happen.
Wait, did you say nothing bad happened?
The rapture. The rapture's
The
gonna
raptures.
come. Yeah.
The Raptors are gonna come out of the rapture.
Yeah, the Raptors, bro. The Terminators.
Yeah, and I would say this year kind of gives like the religious nut jobs like, oh, God's angry with the world, like.
Probably,
yeah.
Well,
Fucking
I mean,
it's a once in 40.
if you look at it empirically, like the U.S. has like 66, or like basically 2/3, probably more because we haven't got everybody tested. Probably like between 2/3 and 80% of the world's cases for coronavirus.
Yeah.
And then like, we're just having a bunch of plagues coming on us. We got some war, we got fire, we got famine, we got drought.
And what's the next step?
Well, isn't there like another horseman of the apocalypse? Because it's like famine, plague, drought, war, or it's like bloodlust.
Just
I don't know. Yeah, I'm completely ignorant on that.
The world's just gonna one day just explode out of dick.
It just
Oh,
turns
God's
out.
gonna come out with a huge
dicks.
ass cock.
Yo, it just turns out that instead of 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, it's just the 18 Cowboys of Ram Ranch.
Dude, honestly, I think they would take us in. We listen to it religiously. They'd be like, "Yo, Sean Mendes."
Yo, we're gonna go to the big ranch in heaven.
Grant McDonald's gonna come out of heavens and be like, "Come aboard the fuck ship." Then everybody's gonna be like, "What the fuck's this?" And you and me are gonna be like, and we're just gonna, and Kevin too. We're all gonna float up there. You're not.
Yeah, we're just gonna build the fuck ship, and then we're gonna get 2 of every guy on there, and then we're gonna go to Mars with Elon Musk. Yo, that's what SpaceX is.
Dude, Prince
Episode 59.
Then we're gonna have to go be recruited and capture Prince Harry, Shawn Mendes, go to Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia.
And plus, there's gonna be the battles between the Marines, the Navy SEAls, Thor, Batman.
The villa in Italy. We gotta go visit.
Yeah,
the villa
exactly.
In Italy.
The cottage in Scotland.
Dude, we're going all around the world.
The audience is definitely confused by now.
Dude, that's what Grant McDonald should do. Like, you know those things that. Okay, so say we've done like interviews with 4 different people. We just did like a sketch where we like, man, we gotta do this. Wait, who has this? Oh, we have to go to them, and like you get cameo appearances from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
He's got to make a skit storyline around everything he's made. Like he's got to go to Shawn Mendes' actual house and be like,
Shawn Mendes.
Yo,
Can I
star
fuck
in
this?
this, yeah.
Can I fuck your suck, dude?
I mean, I think he's already dealt with Prince Harry because, like, I heard from a friend that Prince Harry like screwed him out of an oil deal. That's why it's just like slandering him by making Prince Harry take cowboy cock over 300 times.
You're telling me you're gonna deal with war and famine instead of coming aboard the fuck ship?
I don't know.
Damn.
How are you thinking about this? I mean, you might have to fuck.
Nah,
some
I feel like
cowboy
he's just.
butts.
Yeah.
I feel like he's just thinking about it wrong.
No, I think I'd have to get fucked by the cowboy butts. No, not by the butts.
Yeah. So are you a bitch or are you a bear in this
The
equation?
butts will fuck your butts.
Am I a bitch or am I dead?
Or are you a bear?
No, you're an alpha man. This is Ram Ranch. This ain't no regular fuck like behind the dumpster in a freaking KFC Detroit freaking whatever. No, this is freaking like real men. All right, we're doing this to be populated. We're doing this to become alpha
Real
men.
populate with only men.
Yes.
We're such alphas that our sperm turns into eggs.
Yes.
No. See, it's like the all life rose out of the primordial ooze. It's just a guy ooze in the center, and stuff just crawls out of it.
Terry and Shawn Mendes just jack off the ooze.
Oh god, it's so gross.
Dude, you get to ride a free Ford Raptor truck. You get to go to, I don't know, Shawn Mendes, Prince Harry, whatever you may have to do with to them.
Plus Batman and Thor.
Batman and Thor, Nova Scotia. I mean, you're telling me you're gonna pass that up for war and famine? You don't gotta wear a mask.
Definitely.
You don't have to wear a mask.
We're all
to
Ram
fuck some
Ranch
cowboy
cowboys.
butts.
Yeah.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
think
up there
I
there's no
looked at this
COVID-19, right?
Huh?
Because up there there's no COVID-19.
Yeah, there's every other disease they gave you.
And that's probably what SpaceSX is in secret, that they're just getting ready to go to Mars. He's building the cock ship and the fuck ship and the cum ship in secret.
God, for real. The cock ship and fuck ship will not go to war. We will make peace.
That's why he's using royalty-free music to save money to build the ship.
Yeah, with Elon Musk.
It's gonna be like those movies or TV shows where like the freaking a brother gets taken away from his other brother in their village by like a bunch of like soldiers or some shit, right? Then they meet each other and they're both like the brother that he got taken away from becomes a soldier and he's older now and they're both older. That's gonna be you on a cock ship. We're gonna be on a fuck ship. We're gonna see you like this. Then we're gonna be pulling up to the cock ship, boarding the cock ship,
soldiers,
and you're gonna come out with long ass hair.
But isn't there like not war?
Oh, they will not be war. That's why we're boarding the cock ship.
But why are we soldiers?
U.S. Marines, because we're U.S.
Oh yeah,
Marines.
we're
U.S. Marines, yeah.
Marines.
And you're a Navy SEAL for it.
Wait, what?
Because the U.S. Marines and the Navy SEAls.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you guys get to be the U.S. Marine.
Yeah.
And you get to be on the NIG.
No, censored.
Yeah.
Apparently that's a real website.
Really?
It just takes you to an Amazon link to like a film.
Welcome to Amazon. What? I typed it. No.
Yeah, kind of like when you on Google when you type in like something about it says like kids or something, then it says shopping. It'll say videos, images, shopping.
Oh,
yeah.
Matt, why are you typing in kids on Google?
No, it's a meme I saw. It was like someone did that. It was like something about kids or whatever, and then it said shopping, and they were like, and they circled it. Like, Marie.
I would hope so.
Well, kids' images too. Gotta look at those.
So I can't help my kids.
200 feet, guys. I'm all good.
Yeah, dude.
I wonder, like, do you think Google, like, you think in the far future Google will be like obligated like reporter for it? It's like, okay, this guy's like searched up mad illegal stuff, and I think he's gonna, unlike Google's like, yeah, our algorithm says he's gonna adopt a kid,
Yeah.
or he's going to adopt a kid, and like this person has some weird search history. Should we like red flag this dude?
Dude, yeah.
And like, how do you think about that? Like, would you be for Google like doing red flagging that?
dude? Because what if I'm just like, I'm with the boys and I'm in a random mood and I'm like, how to dig up a kid?
And Google's gonna be like, yo, look at this man.
Well, I feel like for Google they'll have like an algorithm where it's like, this is a pattern of every night at 2 o'clock in the morning while his wife is sleeping, he looks at like kids unboxing, I don't know, toys at like middle of the night, and like in incognito mode. And it's like the sketchiest stuff ever.
I don't want my wife to see that I like toys.
Google 2. It's called Google 2, right?
Google 2, yeah.
Google 2 have Battle Royale, man?
For real.
Pretty sure the Google Stadia does.
Yeah.
Google Stadia?
Yeah, they made like a video game platform that runs off of Chrome.
Yes, I know Stadia.
Yeah, and they sold like controllers, but everybody just forgot about it because it cost $60 like a month or some shit.
Dude, no, yeah, like Stadia and Ouya were the two ones that I just, nobody's gonna give a shit about them.
See, that was Epic Games for a while until they started giving away free shit.
Yeah.
Dude, they give away like fire games every week. It's like, these are $60 games that you put serious thought into buying on your own. Like Ark Survival Evolved, Civ 6,
Free.
Overcooked. Like they got some good ones on there. And like, I don't care that it's spyware. Like the Chinese government can see that I play Minecraft and I do 3D modeling on my computer. Like, I literally don't care. Like, I don't do anything bad on there. And I don't make any purchases. I only make purchases like with credit cards on a phone that's encrypted. So
yeah, no, I get that. I've talked with my friends about this a whole lot. That like, I can't get into the like. I know that just having a bunch of games at your disposal and you can buy like 30 games for $60, but you can buy for one game on like Xbox. Yeah, I get that, but I need that disc. I don't know. I need that to survive.
Yeah,
it sounds weird, but
yeah.
And I would say with being like a PC gamer, like I pretty much grew out of that because discs on PC are kind of dumb and it's all digital.
Yeah. God, I can't imagine who actually buys discs for the PC anymore.
Yeah, like, I feel like you only get that's only old games.
Have you seen those
well, like I have
Walmart when they have like a couple Sims PC games just out there out to dry?
Like 3-1? Yeah, they have like 3 copies.
Yeah,
I mean, I got like the original Battlefronts on there.
Like discs?
Yeah, like the discs. Well, like the 2005 Battlefront 2 PS2 edition, but like the computer version on there.
Ooh, fire! The old days of playing Spore and freaking Lord of the Rings.
Spore was a great game.
Yeah,
Spore is so fire, dude.
Yeah, I would say Spore is easily the most original game EA's come up with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it probably didn't live up to hype. And once I got to the last stage, I didn't really care. Yeah. But screw it. I got to make this freaking thing that walks around on one leg with like 3 arms and a freaking eye that just pops out randomly.
And they drive tanks and shit. Like, you can drive tanks, and then like, the tribal stage is cool, so you gather. Like,
dude, honestly, I would say the tribal stage is the most underrated one. Because like, an RT...
No, I've said that sucks, and then you were like, dude, that's like the best one.
It's not the best one. It's up there. Like, I'll put that in the top 3.
Honestly, the second stage is the best one.
Yeah, the creature
just
stage.
You can, like, dig out all the extra parts.
Yeah.
Plus, there's like the great saddest tale ever: the creature that gets abandoned by his pack, and he has to go there and he finds his love and evolves to the next one.
Dude, just making like civilizations, like going from like being a little spermy thing to making civilizations to going to space and flying to different planets and shit.
That's cool.
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah. Like, okay, so we could agree the creature stage is the best stage.
That's the second stage, right?
Yeah, second stage.
I
like either the tribal or the civilization, which is the third and fourth.
Third and fourth.
Yeah.
But like those ones I would say are 2 and 3. Like those ones, the Civ and the tribal one, because they're both good. And I would personally say that like the civilization stage, like there's more customizability.
Yeah.
So I would go with that. 'Cause basically, in this tribal stage, you're just equipping your guys, and your guys could be naked the entire time. It really only matters if you get spears and torches.
Yeah.
Dude, the best part is you can put literally like as many guns as you want on your fucking tank. So you'll just have this tank. Then you'll have a gun here, gun here, gun here.
Dude, I love doing that. I love making it like
for real. That's what it is.
I love making it one wheel so super slow. And it's just, it's literally just a ball of guns. It's like a gun porcupine.
So good.
Because there's just cannons sticking out from all angles.
How can
And
you
the
even
health
see out of
ones.
it? I didn't even know where to drive and see out of it. When
Well,
it's just a gun.
I just make it really slow, and then I have like health and guns on there. So it's just windows and guns.
God, all time great. Like that's got to be to me that and Smash Bros. Whether it be Melee or Brawl, those two, I feel like in my opinion solidify themselves top 5 all time greatest games. Period.
Yeah,
Like,
and
that
then
was basically for China.
yeah. I would say tribal stage, then space stage, and cell stage.
Okay, so yeah, cell stage. Cell stage is basically it was primal stage you called it, right?
Yeah, primal.
Yeah. Cell stage is basically primal stage, but it's just I don't know. It's just too simple.
Yeah, it's really like a tutorial. It's like, go around and evolve.
Yeah.
Like, everybody can complete that in 5 minutes. Like, it's just, there's basically nothing to it.
Although one thing I say, in my mind, you have to be a carnivore in that game.
Yeah.
You can't be a herbivore.
Yeah, really, herbivores are for cucks, because it's so much harder to do that. Like, you just have to be patient.
It's just stupider. Why can't you just attack your damn rivals?
See, what I like to do is, like, go the carnivore and then the omnivore one. Because if you do that, you can unlock the scientist in the space stage, and he has, like, a grab bomb that, like, basically genocides the planet, and that's kind of fun to use, even though everybody gets pissed when you do it. It's like, you genocided this planet, fuck you. You're not allowed to use this because of this, like, Geneva Space Convention.
Geneva Spore Convention.
Yeah, in outer space. Or it's like some Galactic Federation thing. But actually, like, every time you break it, you become friends with the Groks. So you can make those angry red things that, like, will clap you. Like, you can be friends with them if you just blow everybody up and just act like a complete dick.
You get the Groks, and then you just have a freaking bomb-ass alliance.
Yeah.
Dude, only real ones know who the Groks are.
Shout out to the Groks, and shout out to people who know the Groks.
Yeah. Yo, have you ever got it in the space stage where you come to another planet that you have? Oh, like you find another system that you made on it by going through a black hole?
No. Oh,
like, I got really lucky too, and I came out to my original system that was still in the cell stage, and then, like, I kind of went there and I kind of burned everything down to see if I could. And then you went there and it actually changes. Or, I think it actually changed.
Dude, that's awesome that you can encounter a black hole in Spore.
Yeah, and go through it. So it's like, you could theoretically colonize the entire galaxy in that way.
Wasn't there 2 games of Spore, and the one we're talking about is the second game, right?
No, I think we're talking about, like, the main one. No, the second one, I think, is Galactic Adventures. Is that the one?
That's the one we're talking about, though, right? Because that's where you get space and all that.
No, the original one has space. The second one, like, the Galactic Adventures, you're in space, and you could beam down to the planet, and you're, like, a captain, so you can do, like, stuff on the planet. So it's
Isn't it like an actual, like third-person shooter? You know what?
No, it's more like the creature stage, but you could have guns and stuff.
Really?
And you're, like, getting stuff on it.
I thought the first one just went up to, like, the tribal or civilization, and the second one had the space one in it. I could be wrong, though, but...
I don't remember there being a first one. Like, they might have released the original game with that, but I've only played the one with all the stages.
Oh, okay, so there's Spore, which is the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
Spore Galactic Adventures.
The one I got both of those.
Spore Creatures. That was on the DS.
Yeah, and that's where you just make the creatures, right?
Yeah, that's basically what.
Oh no, yeah, keep going.
And then there's Dark Spore. That's the one where it's like you're just killing a bunch of random things and you've got like claws and shit.
Like Grim Dark Spore.
Yeah.
And wait, is that made by like Maxis and EA? Is that like endorsed by them? Damn.
It's just Maxis,
That's
and
great.
There's the Wii version. The Wii version sucks.
Oh yeah, the Wii version.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Really, like the computer version was the only one worth playing, I would say.
Yeah. I can't imagine. Like Spore Creatures, that was made for DS, so I'm gonna play that on the DS.
And like it would be reasonable to like pick and drag with the little pen.
Yeah,
you do creatures. Yeah, but like then tap to make it move. Yeah.
With like Spore on the Wii, You gotta
point at it.
You gotta drag your freaking.
And then when you do like a nunchuck, and then when you like need to move it to attack and like bite.
We sound so beta saying that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta click the thing and you gotta move the nunchuck.
Whoa! Look
Dude,
at this
I've got a
real
mouse,
lifeism.
Look at it.
Feel so immersed.
Real life immersion. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
I've got a mouse and I've got WASD. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta like destroy
And you
these
have to
red
1, 2, 3,
crystals.
yeah.
And I'm sitting there like, bitch, I want to make babies. I want to make
make
tribal
babies.
babies. I want to make
Babies.
tanks. I don't want to be beating red crystals or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember you had to put you had to like put the babies in the center of the tribe, right? In like
Yeah.
thing you
Or
have
no, babies would stay in the tribe, and you have to have somebody there to protect them from the creatures that come and eat them.
Yeah, you're right. The babies in the center were in the primal.
Yeah.
I only have memories.
Dude,
of
that game was so brutal because like when you would invade another tribe, like you couldn't like you'd have to kill the children too.
Yeah.
Like the children would run away and you'd have to hunt them down.
And you know, like I think I tried a couple runs where I tried to only make friends.
Yeah.
But that's just I felt so stupid.
It's
I
hard.
had
Like you're
that
just
tactics.
singing with them, and then there's
God.
always the one assholes that don't want to be your friends. You have to like bribe them.
We don't want to be your friends. Oh yeah, I do have this whole. This shirt's just for running.
Okay, good.
It's not just to walk around in, but I just haven't changed my shirt yet today. So yeah.
Yeah, Matt had on one shirt. Don't worry.
Big asshole. Yeah, because I was like
Big asshole.
big ass
Yeah,
up.
big asshole.
But
All right.
All right, so yeah,
That was an episode.
Spore. Yeah, talking about common Spore. So great episode.